Why mom and dad made you this way. Schopenhauer's brutal answer: no one decides his or her start. The family you were born in was not your choice. Did not select the characters of the people who brought you up. Did not determine which of the two versions of love, warm or withholding, present or distracted, safe or unpredictable, would be the first version you should ever have. You arrived. And anything that was there was your normal, your template, the picture of what love is like and what you should have in your thoughts, which is unconscious. You have been dwelling within that template all the time, in the vast majority of cases, without any knowledge of it. Schopenhauer had a say about this, not about blame, not about forgiveness. Something structural than either. You did not come into the world as blank paper. You were born the will, that blind biological power, which manifests himself in a particular body, in a particular family. The will were also your parents, also driven, also influenced by forces which are not of their own choosing, also bearing templates of their own unheard of injuries. The family does not come together based on choice. It is the will spreading itself, drawing people together, because biologically it makes sense, and biologically it has nothing to do with emotional preparedness or ability to bring up a conscious human being without transferring harm. The awkward particularity is here. Your parents were not failing in every way without a reason. They were structural. A parent who was not able to provide warmth was not opting to be cold. They were running a will which had itself been molded by the lack of warmth. It was not a parent who was filling every room with anxiety and was not choosing to suffocate you. They were a will under a constant danger, performing the one thing which they could do, causing still greater danger in those nearest to them. It was the will who used you as a means to an end, a parent who required you to be a certain type of thing, successful, compliant, a demonstration of their own value, not out of malice. Of the same blind, automatic hunger on which all the will acts. They were not able to give you that which the will had not given them. And now the honesty part. The model that you were given by your parents is still operating. The particular methods you use to find love, the distances you have, the individuals you select. You do not know what you need, and you cannot describe it, all compounded of that early experience. Language had you not, you could not judge of it before. You had not time to determine whether or not this template was worth retaining. The certain ache you bear, the very things that cause you to feel invisible, unworthy, not good enough, they are not character flaws. They are the inheritance of the will. Such information was not true. It was just early, and early to the will is true. What then does Schopenhauer have to say? Not therapy, not forgiveness instructions, something more foundational. The understanding that the individuals who made you what you are were not doing anything to you. They were performing under the same circumstance that you are in, the same will, the same inheritance. The identical blind reproduction of patterns which they did not make. It does not negate the fact. It does not lessen the harm, but it changes the frame of "they did it to me." To move and pass the will in them like everything he moves, impersonally, without malice, without care, and in that change something loosens, not forgiveness exactly, a softer discharging. The particular relief of knowing that it was not a verdict, the wound. What was denied you was denied, not due to something true about you. It was not granted, as the will in the people who brought you up had not it to grant. The linkage is crushed as one perceives it well enough to cease tugging, not by rewriting what happened, not by choosing it was no matter, but by coming into consciousness upon the template gradually, flawedly where it came from, what it continues to cost you. and deciding more and more not to transmit it onwards. Schopenhauer himself never cured himself. His whole life he bore its burden, but he saw it plain, and he pennied it down truthfully. And occasionally the transparent vision, the true naming is the commencement of something the will never intended. Subscribe to Schopenhauer Lens, since clarity is its own peace.